Aha! Good morning. Happy Monster Monday. To those on the West Coast, happy Monster Monday morning. What a way to start the week. Game seems a little loud. We'll turn that down a little bit. Like, it's definitely some pep for Monday morning. Yeah. Got my monster hat on and everything. So why not just Mugen. It's not Mugen Monday. It's Monster Monday. Yeah, that's the big meows. Alright. I was so happy with Monster Prom 4 and then 3 that we're going all the way back to the beginning of the series to see what's in store in those games. So when the full package comes on sale at some point in the future, because now I have the games wishlisted, can get them all at a discount and have a good idea of what I want to play first. Are you ready? Are you ready, Mugen? He's rubbing his face on my goat. Great. Ah ha ha. Let's hop into the game. Monster Prom up and ready to go. This game came out in 2018, I believe. Voice interjections. Awesome voice effects. Let's go. Unfortunately, still just playing with one player. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. So far, right? Oh, excuse you. Excuse you. You can't see, but I rearranged my office, and it is now 100% more desky, 50% deskier, and Mugen has more areas to roam around in. I think he likes it. Back to high school. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover just who we really were. And we get to choose. I do think that these are like you divvy these out when you're playing multiple when you have multiple players, but I think we're gonna go for yellow. Who are you really? We didn't have the option to choose our character or name at either of the games that we played, but I think that at least in Monster Road Trip, in the full game, you probably get more options. Sure thing. And we had yet to experience the ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom, the pinnacle of any high school experience. I didn't go to my prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and we fantasized about our dream prom dates. We were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. 3, 4, 5, 6. Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. She's still in high school at 19? Damien LeVay is 21? What kind of high school is this? A fearsome demon with a taste for destruction, a love of fire. Scott Howell. We had Scott on the road trip. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam Delacourt. And we also know Liam from MonsterCon. 4XX, as in he's 400 and something years old. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polygeist. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. These two were on a road trip together, so... Excuse me, we'll be going on a road trip together? And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them. But who? I think, like, for one person to have a taste that covers all 6 of these, like, personalities would be wild. We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. And even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. I do like the idea of a competitive dating sim where you, like, if two of you are going after the same romanceable character, you have to, like, see who can eke out the better conversation trees that are, like, strategize the right way for them. Interesting. Next. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I have a thought. Interesting. It seems like perhaps there's less. Ooh, the library. Does Oz spend a lot of their time in the library? Interesting that there seems to be less tutorial or less overt tutorial than the later games. Let's hit the library before school. Week 1, morning 1. Start kicker. Super Benito Bros. That day you spent some time on the library's PCs managing your start kicker. Oh, this is our start kicker. You deceive lots of people with a sensational video and impossible promises. Nice. Do these Benito brothers have, like, chest hair? Or are those sweaters? You gain plus 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs, and you only get to keep 2 money. Later, when you're minding your own business and definitely not doodling pictures of Damien in your notebook, when you see Damien making his way over to you, at which point you definitely do not need to hide your drawings. Yo, so here's the thing. You know how I think most people are pretty much 100% awful fuckdoors? I actually think you're only 70% awful fuckdoor tops. In fact, I actually think you're kind of rad. I've been meaning to get a new tattoo since nothing as rad as intentionally sticking needles into yourself to create a permanent image on your skin forever. And I thought maybe we could get matching tattoos if you can come up with something rad for us. OMG, 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 it's your chance to, once and for all, convince Damien of how awesome you are. Don't fuck this up. It's time to suggest the baddest, raddest, maddest tattoo of all time, which is a sea cucumber. An on-fire pentagram made out of pentagrams, and those pentagrams are made out of guns that shoot pentagrams, and the pentagrams are on fire, and the fire is also on fire. Or a sea cucumber. Well, if it was a super sea cucumber, that'd be one thing. I think that we're going to potentially underestimate Damien and suggest the on-fire pentagram made out of pentagrams. Not so bold. Damien stares at you, utterly expressionless. Then he slowly lifts up his shirt, which at first you think is kinda hot, to reveal a tattoo of an on-fire pentagram made out of pentagrams, and those pentagrams are made out of guns and those that shoot pentagrams, and the pentagrams are on fire, and the fire is also on fire. So he's already thought of that? But, like, come on! Great minds, aren't we on the same wavelength? Oh, fuck, he lowers his shirt. Have you been spying on me when I'm naked? I thought you were awesome. I thought we could be linked together forever with rad matching tattoos. No one told me that you were a creepy voyeur who spies on naked people. That's right, everybody. Oz is a creepy voyeur who spies on naked people. Get your own tattoo, like creepy voyeur on your forehead. But didn't he just call his own tattoo not awesome? Wasn't that like a self-diss? Or maybe he just thought it was too specific, and therefore, if we had that idea, it must have come from snooping. Meh. What were the odds that would be Damien's exact tattoo? -3 charm. All right, where do we go sit? Where do we go sit? Clearly not here, even if we do like Scott a little bit. Let's sit with the girls. Oh, who's this? One, two, three. Oh, so these two are not of the main 6. But we only have so long until prom. You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins at Vera. How do you fold napkins at someone? Do you know what this one is for, Vera? No. I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Okay, folds them at her. Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan. By contrast, this swan folding is for first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways. As a fashion enthusiast, I've never been so bored by a piece of fabric. Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding. Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested. You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself. Maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. If you fold the... Option 1. If you fold the napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. We don't need paperclip napkins. The writhing snake fold is for when it's time to leave Vera alone and stop explaining napkin folds. Even though it might catch Vera's interest, being a writhing snake fold. Well, that's quite specific fold. Under what circumstances would one use... Oh, I see. Damn right you see. And you notice how my whole head is covered in writhing snakes? So basically, just assume that don't talk to Vera about napkins time is all the time. It's a year-round festival. People the world over celebrate it by not folding napkins at me. Well, it's not a very elaborate napkin fold, is it? You explain that while your fold lacks in complexity, it makes up for it with the 12 ounces of cobra venom it can spit at will. Oof. Right, well, I see we subscribe to different schools of napkinry. I'll leave you two to it, then. Oh, thank you, Miranda. Your reward for running Miranda off is a one-on-one lunch with Vera. You've never felt so alive. Because if one of her snakes bites me, I'll be dead, and I'm very aware of that the entire time. Ooh, in the evening. And we could go back to the library if we wanted to, but I want to see what's happening in the Arboretum. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. Is that okay? It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Woo! You see Vera looking at her phone. She's obviously pissed, so you decide to go talk to her. Ugh, not another dick pic. I mean, I know that's what you've got to expect when you look as stunning as I do all the time, but still, not fond of dick pics, not at all. What are you guys going to learn? Dicks look gross. Sending me a picture of your dick is not a treat for me. I'm not going to frame it and put it on my wall. I'm going to put it in a folder called Sad Losers and then delete the folder, and then I'll probably set my phone on fire, just in case. Hey, you're pretty unpleasant, right? Help me figure out what to say to this guy so he'll stop trying to make me look at his wiener. I'm not trying to look at your wiener. Go for the burn. Sorry, but I'm having a hard time seeing anything. Does your phone have a zoom function? Or maybe a microscope attachment? Destroy his life. Photoshop all the pics into a silly-looking monster. Make the star of the weird kids show and makes millions with it. You make a joke out of him, become rich, and you own the copyrights to his dick. Owning the copyrights to somebody's dick would be a really sick burn. Sweet. Either he stops or he makes me richer with every dick pic he sends me. It's a win-win situation. Or should I say, a win-wiener situation? Okay, I'm not the funny type for... I get her sense of humor. So I might need your help down the road for this to really take off. You'll be my assistant executive producer, or whatever fancy title you want. Damn, you're funny and have but also dyslexia. Damn, you're funny and have a sharp business mind. That's surely sexier than a dick pic. Which wasn't exactly hard since his pics hadn't set very high standards, but still. Sweet move, you gain +1 fun and +1 smarts. You also earn +2 money as an advance for your salary as assistant executive producer. And that's all. Oh. I hope you enjoyed this humble demo. Keep in mind that it's just a small slice of the real thing. A very small slice. Monster Prom includes way more stuff. A pop quiz, interactive events, 9 to 18 turns per match, dozens of secret endings in the actual prom night. Also, this demo only has 25 events. The game contains around 400. Okay. More than 500 if you get the DLC, too. And the DLC was, like, second chances. A lot of shenanigans. Don't be shy. It's okay if you're a bit horny for the monsters. Go for it and purchase the game. You won't see us complaining. That was... Okay, I'm gonna play it again. We'll choose some different options this time. We can be Brian. Brian's not happy to be possessed by us. The Monster Prom. So we didn't meet Scott or Liam last time. Or Polly. These three were not part of our interaction. So let's see if we can find them in our brief day in high school.
Sure.
Brian wants brains, so he goes to class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. The teacher hasn't arrived yet, so everybody's chatting amongst themselves. Polly and Scott are sitting next to you, and you can't help overhearing their conversation. Alright, I hereby call this meeting of the Prank Masters to order. Prank Master Dog. Here. Prank Master Geist. Present. Great. Okay, our first order of business. Operation Prank the Teacher. Should we come up with a different name for the operation? Something more secret? No, Scott, that's what they're expecting. Oh, okay, well then I think we should poop on her desk. That's pretty good, but Gus can't poop, and I want to participate. Good point. What else can we do? Ooh, Miss Listerade is a vampire, right? Why don't we open the blinds so when she comes in, she bursts into dust? Oh boy, that would be such a good prank. That's why we're the Prank Masters. With a Z. Scott and Polly excitedly try to open the blinds, but they won't budge. Seems like Miss Lestrade anticipated this particular prank. Ugh, lame, temporary out of ideas. Scott? I got nothing. Anybody, the prank masters are currently accepting applications. You fancy yourself a bit of a prankster, don't you? Why don't you treat them to one of your amazing prank ideas? Tell the teacher she's got something on her face. There's no way for her to check. Quick, become a minister and consecrate the room now. She won't be able to enter. I think the something on her face is a funnier joke. So fun! Your dumb plan totally works. Miss Lestrade shows up and Polly tells her she got some blood on her cheek. You chime in and tell her she's rubbing the wrong cheek. Scott joins in too, and you manage to keep it going until your teacher flips out and flees to the teacher's lounge to ask someone trustworthy about her face. Meanwhile, you, Scott, and Polly all sneak out of the classroom and have a great time setting rolls of toilet paper on fire in the bathrooms. It looks like you're officially a provisional member of the Prank Masters. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Oh, we didn't keep our money from last time.
Sure.
Let's see. Polly knows this. Oh, and everything else got stirred up. This guy's new. But let's see what Liam's got going on at Monster Prom. When you arrive at their table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating. They're just taking pictures of their food. I guess neither of them can eat? Yeah. Welcome to the don't need to eat, so we just take dope food pics zone, baby. We believe that food, like children, should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted a baby? Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur, like last Saturday. There will be plenty of time to chronicle your sex exploits later, Polly. Why'd you just assume that it had to go that way, Liam? Right now, we need to focus on these food pics. While Liam and Polly were busy bantering, you were busily arranging a dope food pic of your own. And now, to complete your masterpiece. A food pic, but instead of food, it's just a bottle of whiskey with ketchup on it. A food pic of Liam taking a food pic. So meta. Yes, liquid lunch. Wait, but you don't eat or drink. That's why I allowed you at my extremely cool food pig table. How do you even drink liquor? Duh, I make an alive person drink it and then I possess them and suck the drunkenness out of them, obviously. I suppose that's not terribly dissimilar to how I get drunk, but why put ketchup on the whiskey bottle? So it counts as food? You can't just drink a bottle of whiskey without ketchup on it for lunch. That wouldn't be a meal. Okay, Polly's winning me over. You can't argue with that logic. Nor do you want to. But then, how would you justify getting drunk at lunchtime? How do you justify anything, Mugen?
Sure.
Gym time? Auditorium might be the same. We already went to class. Let's hang out in the outdoor area by the spooky tree. That day, during recess, post-school recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. I think that's more people than go to this school. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. The moment that ends. The sound of masculine energy, if it had a sound, fills the air. The moment that ends, the sound of... Okay. Come at me, four-legged fuckwads! Look, bro, just stop hanging out with our cousin Scott. We won't beat you up, okay? It's all cool, dude. No, it's not all cool. I'm gonna hang out with that dumb mutt whenever I feel like it. Kinda because I like him, but mostly because you can't control me. Scott's a wolf. He belongs with the wolf pack. What do you have that we don't? Muscles? We've got those. Sharp teeth? We've got those. Independent thought, maybe? That's it, Fireboy. We're sending you straight to hell. I mean, fine. I can go home. Bring it. Uh-oh. Damien's not exactly helpless, but this is 4 against 1. Get in there and help a demon out. Rat battle. Guys, what are you talking about? Damien is a werewolf. What do you mean Damien's a werewolf? No, he's not. No, I totally am. I mean, there's a full moon right now, right? There's no full moon right now, right? Right? So what are you when there's no full moon? not wolves? Right. Excuse you. I'm sorry. If someone was a wolf when there was no full moon, he'd just be a regular wolf. Or a wolf, which is a wolf that turns into another wolf when there's a full moon. Right. So werewolves are not wolves when there's not a full moon. Now tell me. What am I right now? Not a wolf! Exactly. What? Damien, bro, you're a werewolf all this time you didn't tell us? How humble of you. Sure, some might say I'm very cocky, but because I only brag once every full moon. But wait, you're not the only one who's not a wolf right now. That means... oh, fuck. That everyone else might be a werewolf too. Look at Vera. She's not a wolf right now, so she could be a werewolf. No, I'm not. Or Liam. Liam could be a werewolf. What? Look at that tree over there. That tree isn't a wolf right now. Maybe that tree is a werewolf. We could find somebody else to bother. The tree gives no response to that assumption. May that mystery remain unsolved. Sorry, Damien, we gotta go. We need to find out who else is a werewolf. Glad to know that you're one of us. We're going to smell each other's butts at 5 p.m. We hope you join. That was too stupid even for their standards. Those dumbnuts will probably figure out eventually. But until then, I owe you one. You hope that one is the prom date. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. So... this really gives you just a sliver of a taste compared to the games we played last week. But luckily, I do have Monster Prom 2 ready to go. So, we'll just switch over and check that out. No, we didn't get to prom, but maybe we'll get to go to camp. I do like that there's a bunch of continuity of the characters in different games. And it does seem like this one, the Monster Prom 1, like the first outing, has some of the same like sense of humor, but not quite. Like it doesn't feel as fleshed out as the later games, but that might just be because we only get to play the one through 3 continuity vampire boyfriends? Absolutely. Do you not care about the continuity of your vampire boyfriends, Chems? Hello. The stream is going much more snappy than I expected, as we are already done with 2 playthroughs of the demo of Monster Prom 1, and oh, I've been depriving you of the intro trailer for Monster Prom 2. There was an montage of the different characters. Now that might be Damien. That's Oz. That's Brian, who we just played. So they're the same 4. Maybe there's the same 4 characters, playable characters in all of the games. We just they forced the choice in 3 and 4. There's an android! There's a Ooh. This seems like to be a fully fresh cast, which is cool. It just looks like regular people in clothes from Hot Topic and Body Paint. They do a little bit. They do a little bit. But I guess Monster Camp draws folks from all over. No, ass isn't here. I figured that I might be getting too close to EJ streaming time. But, you know, whatever. It happens how it happens. And the sun went behind... sun went behind a tree. Behind a cloud, which is like a really big tree high in the sky. So I gotta turn on. Ugh. There we go. Turn the light on. Gotta turn the lights on in here. Okay, and now we have, interestingly enough, I noticed when I was setting this up that 5-day streams and novel writing, absolutely supportive. It's just packing something into every moment of the day, which I cannot understand. Monster Prom, the original, had a separate publisher, but the studio has done self-publishing since then, and I wonder if part of that is being able to market the games more in the way that they want to. Slept till 10 and got an Italian hoagie. And what did you do with that hoagie? You didn't throw it at anyone, did you? I unfortunately woke up well before 10 a.m. because the cat thought he needed to mimic a siren around 8 a.m. He was very, very big meows. It's now legal. It has now been clarified that throwing hoagies is legal. Before it was just like we had to set precedent. All right. But the narrator needs our attention.
Oh.
The first game achieved success thanks to its unapologetic humor. It did make me say fuck within 5 minutes of starting the stream, maybe 3 minutes of starting the game. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was lucky in that we knew that our cat had revenge pissing tendencies before we adopted him. It's less revenge and more like you didn't clean my litter box fast enough. So we preemptively had waterproof mattress pads on all of our beds and also on our couch. But we haven't been, oh no, he did pee on the chair and we didn't notice for a while because we don't usually sit in that chair. But that got cleaned up. Most of the pees we've had to clean up lately have been because of him peeing in his sleep because he's sleeping too deeply to realize that he needs to go to the bathroom. Which is still frustrating. Oh, yeah. I hope your kitty's okay. And waking up to that and having to deal with it, also exhausting. We hope we can do the same with Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp. Be as memorable as Game 1.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me. This demo contains a small chunk of a full game run. So if you like it, please feel free to share your thoughts online using the Monster Prom hashtag or even mention us at Monster Prom. I did tag the stream. We love to hear from our audience and grow with their feedback, always in mind. Anyways, enough chatting, let's play. I gotta refill my water. I recently discovered that this probably seasonal LaCroix is strawberry peach. Probably my favorite flavor ever. And so now I've been hoarding it and trying to ration myself so it lasts longer. Ah, it's so good. Okay. I think that if you actually got closer to the narrator, he'd be plenty hard.
Let's go.
And we are playing as Blue. We did not have the option to do multiplayer in this one. Yeah, so the four playable characters are huddled in the center of the campground. We can go to Scout HQ, into the woods, to the lake, to the camp dome. I'm excited about the camp dome. Let's head straight there. That day, you join the merciless trials of the camp dome. Your team is faced with a potato sack race. It seems easy, but this is the camp dome. My voice is quiet. I'll turn that back up. So the potato sacks are filled with swarms of bees. Okay, we just gotta climb in with the swarms of bees. Got it. Your teammates are discouraged, but both because they are not fond of bees, but because the enemy team is mostly comprised by sentient bees. Aren't all bees sentient anyways? Giving them a clear advantage over you. Alo looks dire for you, but you use your cunning and remind the enemy team that the bee population of Earth is inexplicably decreasing and the bees are headed towards unavoidable extinction. Awful. This fact really messes with the enemy team's heads, giving you the edge you need to win. Your nasty leadership skills grant you +2 charm. I feel like that it's kind of a marker of its time to be calling out the bees and colony collapse disorder. I feel like that hasn't been in the news much anymore. Interesting little things that like put a game in a as being written at a time. But we win the sack race. Get +2 charm. Afterwards, you get peer pressured into a game of extreme capture the flag. You're very bad at it and end up in jail pretty much immediately. That's okay though. Jail is just a chalk square drawn on the ground, and given some of the weapons that the other players are carrying, it's probably the safest place you can be. Milo and Calculuser are already in jail. Maybe you can convince them to ditch this game and eat some marshmallows or something.
Hello, fellow organic life forms.
Hello, fellow inmate. What are you in for? Don't mind him. He's been like this since they put him in here. It's pretty good content. Prison has changed me, Blue. Would you like to trade me some cigarettes in exchange for my fundamental dignity? Yes, no. You share your idea, rebailing on this dumb exercise and executing a marshmallow heist. What? No. Can you imagine what to do with my brand? It would do to my brand if I was caught cheating at a game? Well, Milo, you can stay then. Undermining the laws of reality, subverting life and death. That's the kind of stuff my followers expect, but cheating? No way. As for me, friend, I have been on the inside so long that I do not think I can ever go back to society. Besides, the real prison is the prison of negative thinking, you know? No, you don't know, nor do you agree, but if your fellow prisoners insist that this is a real jail, you'll just have to orchestrate a real jailbreak. Post on social media about your unjust imprisonment so the masses clamor for our freedom! Prison's all about who you know. Let's get to know that dude Michael in the corner. He's been trapped here for 3 years. He's been trapped here for 3 years, so he must know something. I guess we'll play play to Michael's interest. Not Michael's, Milo's interest. You compose an emotional narrative about how you've been victimized by the sports industrial complex. Plus your fingers were crossed when you were tagged, so it doesn't count. Ooh, let me help. How about this for the last line? Though we are imprisoned in chalk jail, we are free in our hearts, but our hearts are also imprisoned in chalk jail. You have perfectly captured my struggle, friend Milo. Shall I artificially extend our social media reach? My second cousin is a Chinese botnet. Working together, the three of you managed to whip up a firestorm of outrage over your tragic plight. Soon your chalky cell is surrounded by protesters, weeping and tearing at their clothes, overwhelmed by the injustices of your situation. Fingers crossed, but at what cost? They chant. Several people go on hunger strikes. They pass out from hunger. It's only been an hour, but they're very committed. Milo, due to their intense media savvy, gets interviewed by a popular online publication. You know, I just think that when people really need to focus on is all the people out there in chalk jails who aren't being talked about. This is about them. Does that mean you do not want me to continue hyping your social media accounts in connection with this terrible indignity, friend Milo? What? No, keep doing that, obviously. How are we supposed to have an approachable impact on the culture, have an appreciable impact on the culture if I'm not famous? Eventually, the masses of protesters outside your cell reach critical mass. The chairman of the National Extreme Capture the Flag Association issues a statement. The sport of extreme capture the flag stands for teamwork, dignity, and cartoonish violence. Unjust imprisonment has no place in our organization. That's a... I wouldn't have agreed with you about the frat boy look on the robot, except how the sleeves are pushed up above his shoulders does feel pretty fratty. I don't know, I thought that, like, all rules were off at summer camp, though. Effective immediately. I'm abolishing chalk jail. Let all those wrongfully imprisoned run free.
Initializing love.exe.
Hooray, we are free. I suppose I will not be needing this pruno I was brewing inside my chest cavity. Ugh. Removing the jail from the game permanently unbalances extreme capture the flag. But let's be real, there's nowhere near the worst thing that you've ever done. You gain +2 charm. And +1 creativity.
Sure.
See, I feel like a lot of the liveliness has come into it in Monster Camp that seemed like it was missing in Game 1, but that might have just been because, like, the demo was so constrained. Oh, we see cards for everybody's stats, but we're playing as green, so we see the green stuff. Cool. Okay, so we did the Camp Dome. The Manor, the lake. I think after the adventure of jail, we want the solitude of the woods. That day, you get lost in the woods. Exactly what I wanted. You decide to study the tree's bark and moss patterns to solve the situation. By reading one of the tree's bark, you realize which direction north is. By reading another tree's bark, you learn the exact age of the tree, 73 years old. By reading yet another tree's bark, you learn that the tree likes Irish poetry, believes Buffy and Spike are the ultimate ship on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Whoa, so much useless knowledge! You gain +2 smarts! We figured out which way north was, but did we know which way camp was from there? Okay, here's the riddle for you. What do you get when a sheltered hothead prince, a buff blue murderess, a goth bookworm who's sick of their shit, and a horny motherfucker go on a hike together? Are we the horny motherfucker? Yes, it is more expensive. Or are you saying that I should be hiring voice actors to, like, come help me out in the background? I think that the full games have a greater degree of it, but just like because the audio files are so big and they want to package demos pretty small. I don't know. How much Kofi money would you have to donate? Well, I don't know the going rates, but probably at least 6 units. 6 units of Kofi money. Okay, here's the riddle for you. Oh, hothead prince, buff blue murderess, and goth bookworm who's sick of their shit, and a horny motherfucker. The answer is lost. You get lost.
Always the same with you.
For the last time, we are not lost. I just know how to get back to camp from here. If you guys would just listen to me, I'll lead you back to... Joy, shut up and face reality. We're definitely lost. We've been walking in circles for hours. We've passed this tree like 20 times. We're in a forest. All the trees look identical.
Go get a life.
Desperate people on Fiverr. So, like, so I get one to 5 for Fiverr, 1 to be the middleman. Nope, no way. I've seen movies. This is the part where we all start arguing and dissolve into madness until the forest witch comes and kills us. Or as I learned from watching Lost, all emotions lead to sex.
Enough of this.
A witch? Oh, so she's a witch. I thought she was just a monster chaser. A witch is definitely going to kill you if you don't calm down. No, for once I think we should hear Damien out. Any survival technique could be crucial to surviving long marches in the wilderness. Long marches? We've been out here for 30 minutes, tops. Okay, first thing. I need some water before I start having dehydration hallucinations. Good thinking. Oh, it looks like this canteen is empty. What? Damien, chill out. These three should not be on their own together. I'd expect me to chill out when we're lost in a forest without any water or faucets or chaise lounges to feed dramatically on. I don't want to die surrounded by noobs like you.
Ugh.
You are not gonna die. We are super close to camp and even closer to at least 2 freshwater streams. No, I'll never make it. The solution is obvious. We need to drink our own pee. Damien, you have permanently disqualified yourself from ever being one of my romance options in these games. No, actually, we really don't. We only have 2 options here, Joy. If we want to make it out if you're alive, we either have to drink our own pee or cut off our hands. I thought it was going to say drink our own pee or drink each other's pee. Now we have to find out how cutting off hands would solve the problem. Ah, the lesser of 2 evil survival tactics. I know it well. I'm very attached to my fists of blue fury, so I will stoop to drink my own urine if my life depends on it.
I'm out.
Guys, if I have to watch you drink your own pee, I'm definitely gonna barf. Damien, too far. No, don't give up, Joy. Maybe if we make the pee more palatable, it'll keep your morale up while we slowly die from exposure. Good idea, Dahlia. Maybe we could make a pea energy drink or a pea-based beer. This is not letting up. No, we need something that will still hydrate us. What about a pea tea? They're only 1 letter off anyways. Now is probably not the time to correct Dahlia's spelling. Oh, I have a better idea. What about a pea boba tea? I love boba tea. Did anyone bring any powdered tapioca that we can make it into boba pearls? I have some fellow who sold it to me a while ago and assured me it could be useful to me one day if I was dumb enough to get into drinking my own pee for stupid reasons. It truly baffles me that the 2 of you would put so much effort onto something so completely unnecessary. Okay, time to forge some flavor-enhancing ingredients. Damien, you and Joy get to that while I boil the pea. It should only take...
Huh?
Wait, Dahlia, are you holding a water bottle?
Man.
Yeah, duh. What else am I gonna boil pea with? My own sweat? That's just disgusting. Why can't we just drink your fucking water then? Well, it is a little late for that now, isn't it, Joy? Dahlia already boiled her pea with it. No turning back now. Plug your nose and get ready to chug. Well, this quickly spiraled out of control. You're probably having a few seconds to stop Dumb and Dumber from drinking their own piss before Joy blows chunks. Better think of something fast. Oh. Damien and Dahlia have worked a lot on this recipe. The only way to dissuade them is by spoiling the concoction. Quick, pee all over it. Oh, this is not the kind of survival situation I was expecting. You gather all of your focus and perform one of the most difficult and obscure survival skiers of all time. Peeing Dr. Pepper. Is this my monster power? This must be my monster power. With extreme focus, you tense exactly the right muscles and manage to pee a generous amount of Dr. Pepper.
Rad!
Fuck yeah, Scream! Why didn't you tell me that you could piss this awesome?
Impressive.
Wow, I'm even a tiny bit impressed. I mean, this is still definitely gross, but that's actually Dr. Pepper.
Critical
Victory is ours! Feeble thirst tremble before green's powerful, tangy soda urine. Your friends all take sips of your special homebrewed Dr. Pepper. Damien's thirst is quenched, Dahlia's bloodlust is temporarily satisfied, and even Joy considers it passable. I mean, that's what I did to it. Geez, I gotta say, we really solved that conflict pretty quickly. It's nice to just sit back, relax, and... Oh my god, you guys, we're drinking pee right now. How is this okay? Why am I more relaxed than I've ever been in my whole life? Joy, you're making a classic tactical mistake. Overthinking. Just look at the dang stuff. It doesn't look like pee, it doesn't taste like pee, and therefore it obviously isn't pee. Yeah, but does the flavor actually make it not pee, or is it still pee that just tastes good? I guess I'm really trying to ask, does this make us perverts? But, wait a sec. Have you guys ever drunk pee before? No, I've never faced pee before in a mouth battle. What? I've never faced pee before in a mouth battle. Nope, never even considered it. Do you think that... Oh god. Damien. All pee secretly tastes like Dr. Pepper? And we've never just tasted it, so we didn't know? Wait, Green. Did you drink your pee before realizing that it tasted like Dr. Pepper and then tricked us into drinking your pee by telling it was Dr. Pepper? Even the narrator. Stunned silence.
Get down to business!
Well, if we stop asking all these questions, we might free ourselves from the knowledge that we just drink pee. I guess you're right. Here's to blissful ignorance. Pissful ignorance was right there. It was right there. I was wondering if the game would realize that. In many years, you'll think back on this lovely summer hike, full of friendship and zany adventures. Who can ever remember what you ended up drinking? It definitely wasn't piss, right? Yeah, there's no way. You gain some beautiful memories that you'll always cherish, along with +2 boldness and +1 smarts.
Let's do this!
Oh, we're not, so we're putting different characters in different places. I see. So we are going to get four samples of week 1. Girl on Fire should definitely not go in the lake. So let's go to the Scout HQ. Red spends the day learning new skills with the Monster Scouts in order to earn badges. You earn a badge for avoiding getting lost by properly locating the North Star in the night sky, or just texting her and asking for directions. You earn a badge for writing poems in iambic pentameter. You earn a badge for building an AK-47 using only sticks and leaves. Nice. Completing all these unexpectedly and probably useless lessons earns you +2 creativity. Unless it was a functional AK-47 out of sticks and leaves. Not licks and steves. Sticks and leaves. You're sitting with Calculester, helping him earn his small talk with flirtatious undertones. Winky face. Badge. When Coach sneaks up behind you, wearing his bear costume. Grr. It's a tiger wearing a bear costume.
Greetings, fellow organic life forms.
Oh, hello, friend Coach. Are you feeling okay? You seem to be growling quite loudly. Grr, I'm Bear. Defend yourself against me. I'm not going to eat your flesh and crunch on your... Oh, I am going to eat your flesh and crunch on your bone. Oh dear, it appears that Coach is having another nom flashback. My data indicates that we should give him water, chewy candy, and find him a quiet, dark place to den for a while, until he comes back to reality. I'll go find an empty cave. Wait, no! The last thing you should do in a bear attack is be busting out the candy and going back into their cave. Haven't you kids ever heard of stranger danger? Oh, but you are not a stranger. You are my dear friend and mentor Coach, who I completely and uncritically trust with my life. Why aren't you scared, Calculester? What if this was a real bear attack? You need to know how to defend yourself. I'm not sure I understand what you mean, friend Coach. For you see, a real bear would likely not be interested in me, as I am made of metal and wires and none of the tasty, carbon-based meat that you organics are comprised of. This would normally be a point of insecurity for me, but in this situation, I think it may be one of my better assets. Oh ho ho! You're still not out of the woods yet, champ. What if the bear didn't physically attack you, but instead cyber attacked you? I highly doubt a bear would have the intellectual prowess to
Error!
cyber attack imminent, core functions shutting down, all settings being changed to defenseless prey mode. You look over and realize that Coach has actually gotten out a laptop and is cyber attacking Calculaster. You beg him to stop. No, this is good for him. Now defend yourself, Calculaster. If a real hacker bear was doing this, he'd have cleared all of your memory caches. No, please, my childhood is in there. Well, as usual, Coach has turned a harmless thought exercise into a life or death situation. You'd better help Calculaster out before he can no longer remember his parents' faces, or screens, I guess. You must summon the hacker bear's natural predator, the hacktivist hyena. Cyber attacks can only be repelled with firewalls. Literal firewalls! Firewalls is apt for having flame for hair. So bold. Yep, no need to continue thinking of this plan over. You whip out the gasoline and matches and start lighting walls of fire around Coach. We had walls of fire somewhere else? I don't remember. I may be thinking of a different game. Wait, what are you doing, Red? I'd never have suspected you to be an arsonist. Fire for hair. Fire for hair. Yeah, that's my job. What are we torching, Red? Oh god, Damien. You try to explain the situation to Damien, but it just sounds more ridiculous the more you try to make it sound reasonable. Luckily, Damien has never needed a reasonable excuse to set shit on fire. Together, you light enough firewalls to open your own fire condo, complete with 2 fire bedrooms and 1.5 fire baths. Coach is very worried. If you don't stop it, you're gonna burn the whole woods down. I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish. We're lighting firewalls. Doesn't that shit stop people from hacking your porn or something? I mean, digitally, sure, but you're not creating walls. You're just lighting fires in straight lines. Fire isn't solid, and solidity is the singular most important function of a wall. I know that, Smoke smartass. It's just a figure of speech. The firewall here is figurative. What, you didn't think I could commit arson and be metaphorical at the same time? I'm a man of nuance, damn it! You also want to drink your own pee. This argument has the potential to go on for some time, but luckily, while Coach was just, oh, but this is red, not blue. Or was that green? I think that was green. Nothing is known about the incident in the woods yet. With distracted arguing linguistics with Damien, the fire spread to his laptop and burned it to ash. Coach is grudgingly impressed that in the midst of all this, you did technically manage to defeat the cyber bear or whatever. He leaves because he now feels like he needs to prepare a comprehensive course on the dangers of applying metaphors to fire. My access to my internal hard drive has been restored. I can finally feel my tactile senses returning. Thank you, Red, for saving me. And thank you for not completely burning down the forest. There are many beautiful plants and innocent woodland creatures that live there, though I do find it a bit touching that you would risk their lives to save me from being slowly killed by my own virus protection software. Oh yeah, that's right. This all started because you were trying to save Calculaster. Well, you did a good deed, and you did a good deed, and you managed to destroy a bunch of his shit doing it. So that's called a double win, and double winners get +2 boldness and +1 charm. All right, Oz. Shall we go for? Oh, hello, Mugen. He climbed up on the new extra desk, and he's looking out the window, hoping for squirrels. Sorry, no squirrels. Oz, let's go for... But there's ghosts here. Okay, let's check the manor. That day, you venture into the haunted manor. Everything is going fine and you're reassured on how brave you are. When suddenly, a ghost! Or is it just someone wearing a blanket with 2 holes? So hard to tell the difference. Appears and whispers in your ear. Remember, one day you will be long gone, and no one will remember you. all the struggle you endure to become a better version of yourself, both personally and professionally, will eventually mean nothing. The ghost leaves while you take all that in, gaining +2 boldness in the process. Fight down the fears. You figured that if you were going to submit to the horrifying ordeal of being inside the haunted manor, you wanted to bring the most intimidating, fearless person. Oh, you knew with you, but Vera said no, so you invited Dahlia instead. It does mean. Of course, it means something. It doesn't mean nothing. It might mean nothing to. No, it still means something to the universe. I disagree with that sentiment. Like, honestly, as a human, I disagree with that sentiment. It is funny for the sake of the game. Like, even though I am an existentialist and believing in ultimate meaningless, I still do believe that, like, the experiences we have and, like, our own experiences are meaningful. Because they're meaningful to us. And, like, it wouldn't be called bettering yourself if you didn't feel better when you did it. I don't know why I turned that into no question. It could be a statement. Vera said no, so we invite Dahlia instead.
No one is ready for Dahlia.
This place isn't that scary. What, you think a few severed heads and visions of, vision of my grandpa screaming in horrendous pain are gonna freak me out? For any fun, you can buy that stuff at IKEA. Very much are your experiences meaningful to you? I think intrinsically, like, mine are to me. This is Gah! What the hell? Is that me in 20 years? No, I can't lose my buff, terrifying beauty. My swollenness is my best feature! I don't know whether I should be offended or smug that my appearance is your worst fear. That's funny. Oh, what are you doing here, daddy's boy? Someone shut off the AC in your private condo. No, I came here for the same reason I go anywhere. I want to set shit on fire and drink my own pee. I just like when like Damien comes on so strong on in that vein. I'm just gonna keep bringing it up at every opportunity. But apparently this building is flame retarded. I held a blowtorch next to the wooden staircase and nothing happened. It's the scariest shit I've ever seen. No, you tramping around here without makeup is the scariest shit you've ever seen. Ha! Burn! Didn't quite get it. Don't say burn! That world has no power here! That's good. God, listening to them to the fumble to insult each other is really cramping the creepy vibe. You wander a ways away to find the haunted bathroom to take a spooky piss, when you hear the unmistakable sound of a trap being deployed, along with Damien and Dahlia screaming in unison. You peek your head around the corner to see Damien and Dahlia trapped in a fishnet that appears to have dropped from the ceiling. Standing underneath it are a group of teenagers and a Great Dane? Great job, everybody, says the blonde leader-looking teen. I knew the clueless company would catch these crooks no problem. Like, what do you mean, no problem, the skinny stoner teen? Scrooby-Dooby. Scrooby-Dooby and I were scared stiff, almost like we're out of, and like we're almost out of dog treats. Read, says the dog. Wait, the fucking dog talks and it's beckoning to the other teens to pass the blunt? God, let us down right now before I stab your eyeballs out and shove them up your asses like anal beads. Jeepies, cries the redhead. Conventionally attractive teen. Mr. and Mrs. Gruckenheimer are really mad about that we ruined their plot to drive down the price of this property and resell it for cheap. Wait, you think we're real estate agents? Gross, you think we're married? Look, whoever you think you are, it's not us. We're not real estate agents, we're demons. We're way more upfront about the whole eternity of damnable torture than most landlords and don't bother hiding any of the details in the contract. Well, that's not entirely true. My dads do make a lot of their money by selling off land in the 8th Circle of Hell.
You're the
What?
saddest
I can't
bunch
believe
I've
you.
ever met.
Fucking LeVay is always abusing your power and speculating with your crappy land. It's too late, Krukenheimers, said the nerdy, less conventionally attractive teen. We solved your scheme, and as soon as I find my glasses, we're gonna tear this stupid mask off your faces and prove it. Okay, but seriously, can somebody help me find them? I can't see shit. The teens all set about, looking while Damien and Dahlia bicker and struggle to get out of the net. It seems like these weirdo teens want to rip Damien and Dahlia's faces off. But you like those faces and want to smooch them. Looks like you need to stave them off using clueless co-logic. Use a powerful and very specific spell that turns your skull into the head of real estate agent so you can rip off your own face and present yourself as the true villain, saving Damien and Dahlia from any suspicion. Or point out that in this day and age, it's quite problematic that these kids go around invading homes that aren't theirs, trapping people against their will, ripping faces without consent. Who's the real criminal here? This is a lot of lore. It seems like Monster Prom 1 was very brief. Monster Prom 2 has gone a little too far in the other direction of lots of conversation between characters before you get to have your input. Because I don't remember it being... And where's the flirting? And where's the flirting? There have been a couple very dire circumstances and not a lot of sly chatting up individuals. But let's rip our face off. Miraculously, it works! It hurts like a bitch, but it still works! You run into the hall where Damien and Dahlia are dangling and rip off your face. You don't feel any better, but it's worth the pain. Zoinks! Says the stoner teen. It's the real Krukenheimer! What the rock? Screams the dog. You introduce yourself to the Clueless Co. as the real Alexander Krukenheimer III, an unscrupulous real estate agent who decided to haunt the haunted manor to drive down the property values and eventually sell it at a quarter of its value, probably to someone who wants to make it into a fake ghost hunting television show. Your performance is convincing, especially since you didn't even know this property was owned or for sale 30 seconds ago. Could it be that this persona of this sleazy real estate agent is possessing you? Yes, it could! You perform the spell so well that you end up selling the teens an even spookier, haunted mansion on the other side of the camp that you didn't even know about. They're especially drawn by the premise of an enormous kitchen, a wraparound background walls, and a hallway full of doors that break the laws of physics. You cut down Damien and Dahlia after they leave.
Fucking metal!
That was fucking metal, Yellow. The way you just ripped your face off like that with no regard for your personal safety, I can't wait to practice it later. Yeah, and I love what you've done with your skull. Did you get Botox or something? It really brings out the salesman in your eyes. Dahlia, and maybe we should have gone to the lake. Maybe we should have gone to the lake. Damien and Dahlia help you stitch your face back on. It's almost as painful as when you originally ripped it off in the first place. But hey, they're impressed and safe, and you gain +2 charm and +1 boldness by convincing those meddling whack jobs to buy that fake house. You're on a roll today. We do not have a money stat. Week 1, evening.
Let's go.
We will get another round. Maybe now that lunch has passed, maybe dinner has passed as well, we'll get get some calmer vibes and a little more flirting. You went to the sack race with all the bees. Let's go to the manor and see if what other hijinks can be gotten up to here. That day, you adventure into the haunted manor. Had enough outdoor activity, let's get inside. Everything is going fine, and you're assured on how brave you are. When suddenly, a ghost, or is it someone wearing a blanket with 2 holes? And this is the same intro bit that we got before. Okay, now you, Calculator, and Milo are enjoying wandering the hallways of the manor, watching the paintings elongate and wondering, is this a haunted room actually stretching, or is it just your imagination? And these are the same two characters that we interacted with before, because we were in Chalk Jail.
Let's adventure together.
Oh hey, what are you guys doing here? Making Disney references, it is Milo. My analytics show that millennials love engaging with nostalgic content because it presents the president's consistently horrifying. How about you? Milo is definitely bringing it around to all be too real. Second interaction in a row. I was looting the rooms for treasure when I found this strange rectangular prize.
Awesomeness levels critical.
Sensors detect ancient technology, a video home system, or a VHS. Insert cassette here to see images. You pop it into Cal's VCR, which thankfully isn't located on his crotch. That wouldn't work anyways. And a spooky movie begins to play. It looks like some kind of art film about a girl in a well with bad hair. Oh, I know this one! You watched it and now, in a week, this freaky little curse girl is going to come out of the screen and kill you all. Technically, I am not alive, so that is not a concern for me. Yeah, and I'm a harbinger of death, so this is completely low stakes for all of us. Oh, except for Aravari. But don't worry, your death won't be in vain. I'll create a really touching Instagram tribute. A hard pass. Hex, any way you can contact that cursed girl and convince her not to kill me next week? Wow, so now, so this is Hex. Wow, so now you assume all curses know each other. We do. Milo, give me that phone. Sammy, what's up, girl? Look, you just have to kill Avari in a week. And that's just not gonna work for us. Yes. No, yes. Just a favor, please. You're the best. Thank you so much. Is all that taken care of? Yep, she managed to rearrange her schedule so she can come kill you tonight. What? That's not okay. Yeah, I kind of meant you should cancel my murder entirely. No, if this cursed girl is coming to kill you now, that means I have to work tonight. And I wanted to go to this cheese tasting thing. So many influencers are gonna be there. We don't have, Liam, but we have Milo. You could always come get rid of the curse by making those other people watch the VHS. Normally you'd have a week, but I don't know how you're out here in the woods. Thankfully, you do, because the best way to get people to watch something is... tell them not to? Send the VHS tape to, Conspiranoia Trash? Oh, Conspiranoia Trash YouTuber with a note saying, irrefutable proof that climate change is fake. Go to Netflix and tell them Amazon is bidding for the rights to this VHS, with potential franchise spin-offs, but you could be swayed to go with them instead. We'll send it to YouTube. Oh, sure, I know just the guy. Let's let the world get destroyed, 6969, totally his jam. Oof. You can't just stay there. You have to finish getting up. Let's let the world get destroyed, 6969, totally his jam. I will convert the VHS to a digital format and send it immediately. Wait, is that creepy girl coming out of his screen right now on his live stream? Oh shit, she sure is. I guess since she already cleared her evening, she figured that she might as well get it done tonight. Respect, hashtag boss babe. Dude, says the cursed girl, the actual fuck. Look at the trends on how many of the hottest summers of all time have taken place in the last few chronological years. Reindeer are dying en masse. There's always more catastrophic weather events that should be happening based on previous patterns. The kitty break. Yeah, this is what he needed. Look, Hun, says Destroyed 6969. It's all right in there in your own video. It's all right there in your own video. The proof is undeniable. Destroyed 6969 continues. The blood rushing into the ocean symbolizes how 11 billion tons of ice melting in one day is fine, because at least it's not blood. The horse jumping into the sea is clear proof that the sixth mass extinction is caused by the animals themselves. The static at the beginning, ow, means the world is in stasis and fine. This is a lot of lore. This is a lot of not flirting. Whoa, says the cursed girl. I never thought about it like that. You're so right. From now on, I'm only going to kill climate justice activists. Peace.
This isn't possible.
Oh, great. So now I'm not going to die in a week, but I am going to die from a goddamn climate apocalypse. All sources indicate that I will not be able to survive extreme temperatures. Ugh, looks like I'm going to be working way overtime and with no beautiful nature. What will I use for breathtaking Instapic backgrounds? Nice going, blue. There's going to be a lot of sad faces in front of wastelands. Ah, fuck. I guess it's time to reduce your meat intake and cut out single-use plastics before the world ends. In the meantime, though, you'll lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. What? Because the climate apocalypse will not be fun. Boo.
Sure.
Ah. If you need to jump streams, chems, I'll understand. Where's the horniness? I wanted Gal of Green, go jump in a lake. You spend the day playing in the lake. Everything is fun until you're mesmerized by a strange song. It's the sirens! They try to lure you with their beautiful chants, but you know better and challenge them to a riff-off. Riff my face off? They kick your ass, but you definitely have a lot of fun. More specifically, +2 fun. Really just some fun camp activities, yeah. Later, you're minding your own business sunbathing when you hear nearby laughter. You look over to see Polly and Scott. These two are always together. I think they might have something going on, and like we shouldn't intrude. We can go back to the Scout HQ. Well, Mama said never to eavesdrop, but Mama nonetheless raised a horny, nosy SOB, so you decide to listen
Awesome,
in.
boo.
What? Hello, Wolfman. Oh man, Scotty, you should have seen her face. This is hands down my favorite Slayer prank yet.
What?
I didn't really get it though. You told her there's a friendly lady at the bottom of the lake? Yeah, and then she said she'd give a worthy warrior or whatever a legendary weapon and to aid them in their adventures. Now she's gonna wander over here, try to swim for it, and she won't find anything. Classic!
Yes.
Oh, do you think she'll drown trying? Then I can finally have another ghost buddy. I've always wanted to have a social group I could possess an entire boy band with. Wasn't it lying to Avari about something she's really passionate about? Kinda mean. No, silly. It's like that time I told you your favorite stars are actually your friends and they want to talk to you, but they can't hear you, so you gotta scream at them. I mean, it's not mean if it's funny. Oh, but that was no lie because you're my friend and you'd never lie to me. So I guess what you told Avari is true. You're debating whether or not it'd be worth it to break into Scott's heart about the stars when you hear more voices coming from the other end of the lake. Uh-oh. It's RV and Hex, and you think that you know why they're here. I just don't see the point of this. You already have, like, a ton of weapons. Literally more than I could possibly curse in a lifetime. Why can't we just go back to the cabin and finish watching Wipeout?
The adventure.
No,
must
because it's all
begin.
reruns anyway, and I want my freaking weapon. I hope it's a sword. I can already taste the blood of my enemies sliding off the cool metal. Wait, do you lick your swords clean? Girl, that is straight up nasty. I've cursed blood before, but I would never, like, eat it.
This isn't possible.
Hey, I don't lick my swords clean. I mean, not all of them anyway. Only the ones I used to kill particularly sexy demons or succubi or vampire whose fangs glint in the moonlight right before the kill shot, and then... I mean, shut up. What is this, an interview? I need to focus on summoning this lady of the lake and getting my new amazing sword. She should be appearing any minute now. Well, I'm bored. Wipeout time. I think I skipped through some silence there.
You unworthy.
I said no, damn it. God, you're the most annoying curse I've ever had. God, you know it's all fake, but you hate seeing Avari's bubble get burst. I know I'm saying her name wrong, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I already said this way so many times. Ah, she looks so cute and excited to stab people. You need to defuse this prank. So before you know it, you've jumped into the lake, prepared to offer Avari her treasure, but you're no lady of the lake, and it's not like you have an extra badass sword laying around. You grew out of your katana phase forever ago. Quick, you'd better figure out something before Avari discovers that this is all a ruse. You frantically look for the first thing you can get from the lake, but can you find something ridiculously useful? What will the absurdity gods favor you this time? You stick your hand out of the water and give Avaria the best weapon of all, a thumbs up. Let's go for something absurd. You quickly dive to the bottom of the lake and grab the first thing you find. You throw it back to Avari. You watch her catch it. It's actually a sword? Wow, lucky you! Hell yeah, thank you, Lady of the Lake. Now I can't wait to smite the hell out of some fools with this. Wow, I gotta admit, I'm impressed. I figured Polly was just pulling one over on us when she said there was a magic sword lady in here.
Oh, a critical
Lady of the
hit.
Lake, I vow upon my dying breath that I will use your sword for adventuring and justice. Is there anything I could do to repay you, oh wise, watery one? Sick, now's your chance. You dive back underwater and quickly scribble a note. It says, "You're welcome, Avari, but while it's my sword is mighty, remember that the mightiest weapon of all is love. Love for green." You throw the letter to Avari and watch her read it. Ah, it's pretty smudgy, lake lady. Could you maybe just text us or something?
This isn't possible.
Yeah, I can't read this at all. It just feels like it says something positive about green. Is that crazy? Probably, but I'm getting that impression too. You want to go find him and see if he can make sense out of this Rorschach looking shit? They walk off in search of you. Not sure why you thought writing in pen underwater would work out, but this definitely didn't go wrong. You jump out of the lake and get toweled off just in time for Avari to find you. The two of you share a fun bonding experience, and you pretend to interpret the illegible note. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm.
Let's do this!
Oh. Red went to Scout HQ last time, so we'll send Oz there now, and Red will go to the Dome. Merciless Trials of the Camp Dome. Potato Sack Race again. I'm guessing that, like, there's one individual story per day, and then you have, like, and then, like, tomorrow or, like, in week 2, it'll be different in the Dome. Capture the flag from the jaws of the hungry kraken. Different capture the flag. Dahlia's having a blast, but Joy seems completely uninterested. Of course, Joy seems completely uninterested. Joy's not interested in anything.
No one is ready for Dahlia.
What's the matter with you, Joy? Aren't you having fun? I'm having a blast. No, I'm completely uninterested in this. Wow, cool, thanks. Do you assholes need a narrator or not?
Ugh.
I mean, I could be out saving the world from actual krakens right now, but instead I'm stuck here playing a stupid game with no real satisfactory conclusion. What are you talking about? The satisfaction is winning! As a fellow Coven member, I can't allow myself to win this game without your full support and happiness.
Enough of this.
Dahlia, we've been over this. You are not now, nor have you ever been, a member of the Coven, you say?
Huh?
Dimitri, what are you doing here? Ah, wouldn't you like to know, my beautiful black lotus flower? Yeah, I would like to know. That's why I asked. Do you want to skip ahead to my villainous monologue, I see? But you know how much I hate to rush through this foreplay. Well, regardless, I've joined the rival camp on the other side of the forest, so now I may vanquish the Coven leader once and for all, while you are alone and distracted. The overwhelming joys of making s'mores and singing delightful campfire songs and kayaking under this blistering, delightful sun are quite taxing on my brooding exterior. But such crosses I much bear.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, to be honest, I got pretty bored and stopped listening to you like 6 sentences ago. But if you're a villain of the Coven, Vampy McNotliam, then you're a villain of mine. Prepare to get punched.
always the same with you.
Dahlia, for goddess' sakes, you are not a witch. You don't even have any magic. Sure I do. Watch this. Dahlia uppercuts Dimitri right in the jaw. As her fist flies past your face, you can see that she has tattooed the word magic across her knuckles. Ow, that hurt. I understand that you're new here, so let me teach you how this works. Coven extra Dimitri fights are usually precluded with a long dramatic monologuing, heavily laden with sexually frustrated undertones, and then can do. She punches him with her other fist, upon which she has apparently also tattooed the words sexually frustrated undertones.
Ugh.
Dahlia, please just stay out of the way so I can wrap up this fight and we can all go home. This episode only has 10 minutes of runtime left. We'll see about that. No way I'm leaving my fearless leader alone to fend for herself against the caped creep. That's not the Coven way. Well, you're no expert, but you're pretty sure that Dahlia is even less knowledgeable on the Coven way than you are. And it seems like the two girls have the same end goal but can't compromise on how to get there. So maybe you can come up with a way to help them be more in sync. Force them to play DDR until they synchronize their movements. I like the Wonder Twins magic ring so they can think of their powers. But I don't think that just having them play DDR would do much for the synchronicity. Not so smart. What sort of rings did you say these are? They belong to the Wiggle Twats? No, silly, the Wonder Twins. They were only the greatest shapeshifting superhero duo of all time. See, Dahlia gets me.
So broken.
And then I remember the piss gate in the woods, and Dahlia was very gung-ho about that. You know, they just go Wonder Twins power activated, and Jane would be all like shape of an evil, and Dan would be like foam of water, foam of water, form of water. God, so cool. Wait, why an eagle in water? They're shapeshifters, right? Why would they transform into, I don't know, a dragon with impenetrable metal armor or something? No, you gotta trust me on this, Joy. The water and the eagle are the way to go. Now put on your ring and say the chant with me.
Azarath Metrios Xanthos.
Okay, fine. Wonder Twin powers activate. Shape of and eagle. Form of water. In a flash of light, Joy transforms into an eagle and Dahlia into a bucket of water with her face on it. Yes! Holy crap, I'm a bucket of water! This is awesome! Great, so now what? Okay, you gotta pick me up and throw me on Dimitri. Believe me, I've seen the Wonder Twins do this dozens of times and it never failed. Reluctantly, Joy the Eagle picks up Dahlia the bucket up in her beak and flies over to Dimitri. Dahlia spills the water, or herself, I guess, all over Dimitri. Wow, I feel so moist. Okay, now what? I don't know, like 80% of the time the Wonder Twins plans were like this. Isn't the situation solved now? No, not at all. The only other plan I could think of involves you turning into an octopus and me turning into an ice unicycle. Wanna try that one? No, I don't. Okay. Joy and Dahlia both shapeshift back into their more normal forms. They end up using a combination of spells and punching to defeat Dimitri, which admittedly is far more effective strategy than dumping a bucket of water on him. That's fair. But after it's over, Joy is still pretty annoyed with you for wasting her time, and Dahlia is quite underwhelmed and disappointed by the twin powers. You might ruin her childhood a bit. You lose -2 smarts and -1 fun for having such a dumb plan. DDR was a better plan? Seriously? DDR. Okay, we are back to yellow, and we will return once more to the Scout HQ. You earn a badge for avoiding getting lost by properly locating the North Star in the night sky, or just texting her and asking for directions. You earn a badge for writing poems on iambic pentameter, and building an AK-47 using only sticks and leaves. Hooray for the basic +2 creativity! Oh, you're also spending some quality time with Mila, which means you're also spending quality time with their millions of Instagram followers while they live stream your conversation. Great! And then if that wasn't already weird enough, Coach suddenly jumps out from underneath your table wearing a bear- wait. I'm a bear, tremble before my razor-sharp fangs and my insatiable lust for honey. Okay, it's a slightly different bear attack. Oh, how cute! A lovely new getup, coach. Just for the job you want, not the job you have. Oh yeah. What? But Chems, it's a tiger guy wearing a bear suit. Is it like a double furry now? Why are you afraid of me? What if this were a real bear attack? I could kill you. You need to defend yourself. You know I'm kind of the harbinger of death, don't you? The threat of being killed by a bear is just a bit of a non-issue for me. Now please, I've enjoyed our little heart-to-heart, but I must be getting back to updating my daily quotables. Milo returns their attention to their phone and resumes doing what they do best, taking selfies and completely ignoring everyone else in the vicinity. So much for quality time with Milo. Coach, however, doesn't look deterred. After moments of intense thought, you watch in horror as he starts popping up behind Milo, making peace signs, blowing raspberries, and generally acting like a guy who really wants to be on the news. Excuse me, you're ruining all my best angles. Then defend yourself. What if I were a real bear coming up to you and photobombing all your self-pictures? You need to fight me, champ. I don't have time for this. I've been almost 15 minutes since my last update of my story. The fans are getting restless. Yeah, you don't really want to witness a report from the last time Milo's diehard fans went without a selfie for 15 minutes. Your tailbone still hasn't completely healed. What? What? You need to help Milo, and every good Monster Scout knows what to do when a bear photobombs you. Easy. You need to find a time machine, travel back in time, stop Coach's parents from meeting. It'll make so Coach was never born and therefore he won't be able to disappear from the pic and he has been a part of, and also from sheer existence. Or, the best way to fight a bear photobombing attack is by going to the internet and asking someone with Photoshop skills to get rid of the bear. I have a feeling that this is going to be the negative result, but I like it more anyways. So we'll see. Not so charming, yeah. You go to Reddit and upload the selfie with Coach in the background, asking if someone has the Photoshop skills to please get rid of the bear. Within minutes, your phone is overflowing with notifications. None of them good. Huh, what's this? Why am I being tagged in a bunch of selfies I didn't have the clearance to be posted? The picture has become a meme, apparently, with the vicious Photoshop skills trolls doing everything to take the picture, except what you ask them to do. Yep, that's what happens on the internet. It started with somebody photoshopping a dead bear into the picture along with the caption, "Well, I got rid of it for you, you're welcome." Sad. Oh, they even should have photoshopped some blood kicked on its muzzle. That's kind of cute, actually. From there, it appears that the Redditors have started competing to see who could Photoshop the silliest bear in the picture. Options include Smokey the Bear, Winnie the Pooh, and some very hairy men who don't appear to be bear- Oh, wait, now you get it. Alright, this isn't funny anymore. How do we make it stop? It's too... Come on, have a sense of humor. It's too late now. Reddit has moved past bears and is now photoshopping anything and everything into the picture. For lulz, including monster trucks, Barack Obama, straight-up porn, and a disturbing combination of the three. But then they get bored with that, and someone tracks down your account and starts photoshopping all of your other pictures. The ones of you making out with aliens in Aruba are going to be especially hard to explain to your mother. What part of that is photoshopped? And what part of that is source material? And when that grows old, one of them manages to sneak over to camp, pickpocket your ID, and Photoshop that picture. This is all within the span of a few minutes, mind you. How the fuck did you not notice that happening? Well, now your ID photo has been replaced with a picture of a bear, and your name is now Bernard von Honeyson. Aside from being an absurd prank, you can't renew your ID for 3 more years, so it looks like from now on you'll need to wear a bear mask when you do anything that requires a bureaucratic process. I don't know, I think that was pretty good. Well, this was quite underwhelming and useless. I can't even think of a way to spin this into a teachable moment or a snappy one-liner. I'm out of here. Oh, I'm sorry, Bernard. It was a rookie Monster Scout mistake. I never trust a stranger, especially a stranger on the internet. Haha. Ain't that the truth? Your new identity apparently comes with a few more disadvantages. One of the stat variety. You lose 2 boldness and 1 charm. Week 1. Nice.
Let's go.
Who do you want to sit with, Blue? Mothman. Oh, you could sit alone. Sit on the heart bench. We don't want to sit with Damien. We'll go over here. You sit down between Dahlia and Joy. You sit down between a classic Dahlia-Joy exchange. Dahlia is being very intense and excited, and Joy looks like she'd walk over to a bed of hot coals if it shut her up.
Oh, man.
Come on, Joy, I'd be a great addition to the Coven. I've already memorized all your moves, your favorite catchphrases, and I even bought a limited edition Season 3 phone case off of eBay. What else do I need to do?
Always the same with you.
How about be a witch? Or having even the slightest bit of foresight and subtlety to your plans? I can be subtle. Look at me. I'm being subtle right now. Watch as I inconspicuously nudge you towards inviting me into the Coven. Now please let me into the Coven. I want to do this so badly. We don't need a 4th member. 3 is the number of the triple goddess, which is not a force that can be broken. Also, we only have 3 main character slots available. If we open a 4th, the network will be forced to establish a union. Well, I'm sure there's something I could do. Maybe I could be your body double for the really intense fight scenes. I mean, we're basically twins already.
Ugh.
No. Come on, look, I already had a Joy wig that I can wear. Is that real? Is that my hair? Hell yeah, it is. I've been collecting it bit by bit when you sleep so I can be prepared for this exact situation. Which shows you how committed I am to the Coven. Joy looks halfway between exasperated and disturbed, but God, Dahlia is just so cute when she's irresponsibly passionate about something. You know she's not going to drop this until she gets a satisfactory answer, but which of them do you want your answer to appeal to the most? You can be a Coven sleeper agent, so go to sleep and we'll let you know when you're needed. The Coven's last season was too grim. This season needs more sex appeal. You can't be irresistible blue seductress. You could be the irresistible blue seductress who distracts the villain. I like the sleeper agent version. Oh, wait, I'm not sure I understand. How does me sleeping help the Coven with the intense battle sequence, or a tender, emotional conversation that builds character relationship and raises the stakes for the overall season arc? No, trust me, Blue is like so right about this. The role of this Coven sleeper agent is very serious and definitely totally essential to our cause. Oh, in that case, count me in! I'll sleep like no man, woman, or non-binary badass has slept before! Yeah, cool, you do that. Alright, let's talk strategy. So I go silent mode, full on snoring. Have you given any advice for the best pose to maximize results? Blankets or no blankets? Should I sleep with one foot outside the blankets in case I get too hot? Yes, that's the move. Do whatever you think is best. I trust you, as long as you can start, like, right away. Of course, anything for my fearless leader. I'll go back to my cabin and start now.
Best episode ever.
Oh, thanks, Blue. You're a lifesaver. You know, the Coven itself may not necessarily need a new member, but I could always use someone to help me beat off rabid fangirls. Beat off rabid fangirls? But you know, only if that interests you. Hell yeah, it does. You could enjoy some amazing alone time with Joy, discussing your favorite Coven episodes and the best strategies on how to keep annoying fans at bay. So romantic.
Sure.
What happens if we just click on the empty bench? You sit on a log by yourself. There are stories that say whoever sits alone during the campfire will be forever alone. Look at you, gambling on your love life as if there was no tomorrow. Now it all depends on your friends. Will someone save your ass or will you die alone? We will see.
Let's do this!
Oh. Okay. You sit with Green. You spend the night discussing Human Prom's upcoming sequel, Human Camp. Yeah. You have a long conversation about how the name Human Camp sounds low-key problematic. You tell Green how bland you find this new mechanic in which 2 players can sit together during the campfire. But he tells you that according to the devs, that the mechanic is still at very early stages of development, and they're working on a more complex set of mechanics to it. Nice, that's good to know, and not at all blatant exposition. You both gain +2 fun and +2 creativity. Alright, Yellow. Let's go sit with the moth guy. I've been waiting for this since I saw the moth guy in the marketing package. He almost made it. Did he? No. Did not make it into the thumbnail, but almost did. Just didn't have enough contrast. Welcome to my cozy little log. How is everything? Say, have you heard anything particularly juicy lately? Any good stories about our campmates? Look at me, trying to make small talk and not at all just for fishing for some gossip. Nope, do some good old smashing small talk. Come on, spill the beans, my friend. Ah, fuck it, it's time for some lies and gossip, here we go. Ooh, choose a player to strike with your gossip skills. Probably green. Choose. Weasel hairstyling. Math solving. We don't like brainiacs here. Inability of speaking Portuguese. Very anime eyes. What? Type someone you'd love to have dinner with. Real person, celebrity, or fictional character. Who was this? It's not long after Mossman starts spreading your gossip around camp. So, everyone, you know Green, right? Listen to this, because you may not know him as well as you thought. According to what I've heard, last year he was arrested for partaking in illegal math solving. The trial was long and tedious right up until Green, who was defending himself, called a surprise witness who was none other than Steve Irwin. It is said it was a trial to remember. But that's not even the strangest thing. In the end, the judge determined Green was innocently solely based on his very anime eyes. Better to keep that in mind next time you go talk to Green. Green gains +4 smarts. That like doubled them.
Maybe next turn.
Well,
Champ.
that's enough. Sadly, this is just a demo. We can only show a tiny bit of the full thing. Have you enjoyed it? We hope so, because there are no refunds for the demo. In any case, we're working relentlessly on this thing. Expect tons of event, 360 at least, and new characters and all kinds of wacky situations. Working on new mechanics we've teased here. They will be way cooler when the game is ready, such as Love Log and One Speakeasy. The goal is clear, offering people the popular Monster Prom formula while adding innovations here and there.
Ooh.
If you'd like the demo, consider wishlisting Monster Camp on Steam. Oh, that was a lot of reading.
Bye, player.
Bye, narrator. Cool. I am ready for some water. Put it up a little bit. There we go. I'm curious. Store page. If the full version has more narration to it, because it says that like it has full audio, full English audio, but there were only like little snippets of character dialogue in this, like when they popped up. And overall, I have to say that these two are not as strong for what I was expecting as Monster Road Trip and Monster Con were. I think like this one is so like heavy on talking about on like telling funny stories between the characters that there's not a lot of room for getting to know them in more of like a downtown. Oh, I just saw Damien and Dahlia in bee costumes, which was enticing. So, yeah. They are still, I still like a lot of the humor in Monster Camp, but this wasn't as much fun to... It seemed like I was doing a lot more reading than I was with the other two games. I don't know. That's the sampling of the Monster franchise, the Monster Prom franchise, and even though this is the end of Monster Monday, such as it was, two editions, I did find a couple mystery visual novels that I think I want to play the demos for next week, and that's also like another mini series. So like we'll keep showing up and chatting on Monday mornings, or like, you know, afternoon, as the case may be. But I'm going to wrap it up here, and we'll see you most likely tomorrow for I believe Deck of Haunts. Just squeezing a little more spooky out of the season before it's full on winter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, Chems. I really appreciate it. And I will see you later. Bye. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go.